Let's first get you updates from Wayanad. Kerala's Wayanad witnessed a landslide tragedy which claimed the lives of over 150 people and injured over 120 undergoing treatment currently. Multiple agencies including NDRF and forces have joined the rescue operation. The state's ministers are coordinating relief and rescue operations. Indian Air Force choppers, NDRF teams have all been pressed into action since the morning, ever since the tragedy struck Wayanad. 2 columns of army deployed as well. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to the Chief Minister of Kerala yesterday morning, this morning as well, and has once again assured all help to the LDF government. He has also asked BJP Chief JP Nadda to ensure that party workers assist in the ongoing rescue work.
Well, for the rescue teams who are operating here, there's no break really. I'm going to straight away show you what's happening. I'm at the, one of the areas where rescue teams are right now operating from Chularmala. People who could be rescued, they have been already. There are people, of course, who are still searching the nearby areas. But as of now, 8 mortal remains have been shifted. They've made this, of course, zip line of sorts, which is being used from one stretch to the other. You can see as we speak here, there are personnel from, the Kerala Fire Department, the NDRF, who are coordinating and working along with the army as well. Some people told me that the number of voters there are around 3,000. That means the number of people who could be there could be even over 4,000. And more importantly, the teams right now, you can see as we speak, a vehicle has now come in from inside the villages there, and some of them who of course have homes around the tea plantations. Now in that vehicle there could be people who are being brought injured, who are being brought to safety, or even mortal remains of people. And unfortunately it looks like it is mortal remains of few more people, and this is an ongoing operation. The water levels at this point in time steadily once again rising with the rains for the last 2 hours has once again steadily come in. It has just taken a break, allowing me of course to not hold an umbrella at this point in time, Shreya, but it has been difficult for the rescue teams, but it is a great effort and each and every time we see the rescue teams putting in all their heart and soul into ensuring that they can save as many people. And now the people of Wayanad as well have come together. On the streets while I was coming here, there were ambulances just zipping through, and there are locals who are standing at each junction to ensure that the ambulances move hassle-free without any sort of problem, and the people who can be saved can be done, and they can be taken to the hospitals or the relief camps at the earliest, so that one life at least can be saved.
फिलहाल कितनी टीमें मौजूद हैं स्पॉट पर और क्या ग्राउंड स्टेटस है?
अभी फिलहाल एक टीम जो सुबह सूचना मिलने के उपरांत वहाँ रवाना की गई थी, वहाँ पर वो रेस्क्यू कार्य कर रही है। और जो ग्राउंड सिचुएशन की हम बात करें तो जो बारिश थी वो रुकी नहीं है, थोड़ी धीमी हुई है, सुबह जितनी तेज नहीं हो रही है। और इस जो दुर्घटना में जो एक वहाँ का जो लोकल ब्रिज था वो बह गया है, जिसके कारण थोड़ी सी हमें प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं।
एक टीम आपने कहा सर स्पॉट पर ऑलरेडी है, और कितनी टीमों की तैनाती वहां पर की जा रही है, क्योंकि अधिकतर लोग जो हैं वो अज्ञात हैं, नंबर जो हैं वो क्लियर नहीं है फंसे हुए लोगों का?
अभी 2 टीमें हमने ऑलरेडी रवाना कर दी, जो आज दोपहर तक या थोड़ा लेट दोपहर तक वहां पहुंच जाएंगी और वो जाते ही अपने कार्य में वहां लग जाएंगी।
इसके अलावा सीनियर ऑफिसर्स की कोई तैनाती की गई है?
हमने अराकोनम से, तमिलनाडु से अपने जो सीनियर कमांडेंट हैं उनको वहां रवाना कर दिया है कि वह वहां जाए और जाकर इस ऑपरेशन को अपनी पर्सनल निगरानी में अंजाम दें। आंकड़ों के बारे में मैं कुछ कह नहीं सकता, पर जैसे जैसे खबर आएगी हम आपसे जरूर शेयर करेंगे।
We have some breaking inputs coming in. Unfortunate that the death toll has increased again. According to reports coming in, it has now reached 156. Let's in fact go across to Deepak, who's joining us on the broadcast from a relief site in Mepudi village. Deepak, earlier we played out your reports of the devastation. Now I believe you're joining us from the relief camp. What kind of arrangements have been made? What measures are being made to ensure that help reaches those in need?
Swati, I was at the relief camp a little while earlier. We saw, of course, a lot of teams, volunteers coming together to help the people. Right now, I'm at the rescue site. Let me show you what's exactly happening to bring our viewers up to speed as to the rescue operations. Now, this was the zip line through which, of course, multiple people who are injured or, or the mortal remains were shifted using the zip line. Now, this earth mover is being used to build a bridge. The army, of course, is leading this operation primarily because 2 to 3 kilometers kilometers from here, there are multiple people who are still trapped, and the access to them, of course, is very limited, and manually excavating the debris there is becoming impossible. So they need heavy equipment, and that's the reason they're trying to build a bridge. On the other side, you can see the army has constructed a temporary bridge. A few people who managed to, of course, come in or been brought by the rescue teams are being asked to cross over using that bridge, and the rescue personnel as well from the NDRF, the army, the fire department, they're all crossing over from one side. So it is a tedious process. The ropes are being held by the army personnel as we speak. It's a huge, humongous effort, of course, that's going on. So let me take you through the next stage where the operation will be carried out. As my video journalist Pradeep now pans the camera, you will be able to see a road that is leading up towards the top of this hill. That is where the people are trapped, about 3 to 4 kilometers. You can see supplies being taken by some of the personnel, water bottles, food as well, if in case they can, help this reach some of the people who are trapped until heavy equipment reaches them. That will be a great effort. I'll show you the devastation that this landslide has caused. This entire area, now the place that I'm standing in was a bridge before. This was what was connecting to the villages, but now, with the debris, the rocks, the mud that has come in, the entire area has been damaged. The building that you see right there is a school. You can see half the school at this point in time completely destroyed. Water is gushing through. And the earth movers, of course, as I mentioned, are trying to make this temporary bridge of sorts, which they're expecting to be constructed and ready by the next, 24 hours, after which earth movers will be able to, cut across this stretch and move towards the top. We'll, of course, in a short while be, of course, heading there, trying to bring the perspective of what's happening there as far as the rescue operations are concerned. Even as huge crowds right now gather, you can see stretchers, you can see the people, being helped to cross that particular bridge there as well. So overall, the operation is expected to continue for the next 24 to 48 hours, considering still a huge number of people trapped. But it's a race against time, really. They'll have to do this as soon as possible, because the more they wait, the chances of survival of many of them who are trapped, keeps declining. So it's really a race against time, and all the teams that are operating here, be it the Army, the Coast Guard, the Navy that is here, the NDRF, especially the local volunteers and the fire personnel, they're all doing a commendable job, but of course it is quite a tedious one.
Tirelessly, they have been carrying out the rescue operation. Multiple agencies pressed into action now, Deepak. But as time passes, it becomes extremely difficult for them to now, rescue somebody alive, because the survival rate also goes down as the time passes. Deepak, stay on with us. We'll, of course, keep on getting all the updates from on ground, from where Deepak is reporting. There are multiple reactions coming in as well.
Yes, one of the saddest incidents happened in Wayanad. More than 70 people died so far. But not many people are also missing. Before morning onwards, we are monitoring the situation. Rahul Gandhi ji spoke to Chief Minister and Defence Minister of India. Defence Minister, both of them are given full assurance to take necessary steps to rescue operation for and rehabilitation. We spoke in the Parliament also. Anyway, he is planning to go to Wayanad as early as possible.
Very, very shocking news, because we could not believe that such a landslide happened in Wayanad, because a number of people were killed so far, not identified. Total numbers were killed. Hundreds of people are isolated, and many of them are in the building and the terrace, and they are waiting for the rescue operation. So Government of India and the state government are started the rescue operation. So this is a very, very unfortunate situation there. Very terrible situation is there.
So you heard those reactions coming in earlier. Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka were supposed to visit Wayanad along with others, but that trip has been postponed because of bad weather. Amidst all this, Congress MP Hebe Eden has even moved a adjournment motion seeking financial package for Wayanad. Let's move on now. MOS George Kurian has visited Wayanad that was hit by a massive landslide. He took stock of the relief operation, interacted with senior officials of NDRF, CRPF and Army, also visited a relief camp at Kalapetta. While rescue operation underway in full swing, let's take a look at the ground report filed by my colleague Pinky from the rescue site.
ये तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं कि कैसे लोगों को रेस्क्यू किया जा रहा है, क्योंकि पुल एक बहुत बड़ा चुनौती बन चुका है, टूट चुका है। सड़क जो है वो पूरी तरह से टूट चुकी है। जैसे ये भूस्खलन आया, चारों तरफ अब केवल और केवल ये पानी यहाँ पर आपको दिखाई देगा और ऐसे में लोगों को इस तरह से एक शोर से दूसरे शोर तक पहुँचाने की कोशिश जो है वो की जा रही है। दूसरी तरफ हेलीकॉप्टर का सहारा लिया जा रहा है ताकि जो तमाम मेडिकल टीम्स हैं वो स्पॉट पर पहुंचकर ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को असिस्ट कर सके, उनका इलाज कर सके। तो ये तस्वीरें लगातार आप टाइम्स नाउ न भारत के कैमरे पर देख रहे हैं। इंडियन आर्मी, इंडियन नेवी, कोस्ट गार्ड, इंडियन एयरफोर्स, तमाम डिफेंस फोर्सेस जो है वो सुबह से इस रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन में लगे हुए हैं और तस्वीरें आप देख सकते हैं कि किस तरह से इस पूरे रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन को किया जा रहा है। इतना ही नहीं, आसपास के जो गांव हैं, क्योंकि जब भी लैंडस्लाइड आता है तो उसके बाद आफ्टरमाथ कई और लैंडस्लाइड जो है वो देखने को मिलती है और यही कारण है कि जल्द से जल्द लोगों को जो आसपास के जो गांव हैं उन आसपास के गांव से जो है इस तरह से एवैक्यूएट किया जा रहा है, ये भी सुनिश्चित किया जा रहा है। तो तस्वीरें जैसे कि आप लगातार आपको दिखा रहे हैं, लोगों को एवैक्यूएट किया जा रहा है। वो तस्वीर आप देख सकते हैं कि लोग अपनी बारी का इंतजार करते हुए टेम्पररी पूल बनाया जा रहा है, जैसे कि हम लगातार आपको दिखा रहे हैं। वो टेम्पररी पूल मैं अपने कैमरा पर्सन थॉमसन जेकब को कहूंगी कि आपको दिखाए कि मद्रास इंजीनियरिंग ग्रुप द्वारा ये टेम्पररी पूल जो है वो बनाया जा रहा है ताकि जल्द से जल्द लोगों को जो है यहाँ से एवैक्यूएट किया जा सके।
Deepak continues to be with us on the broadcast. Deepak, houses buried along with its residents, several structures washed away. What kind of arrangements are being made for those people who have been displaced? Also, earlier we were talking about how the fact that the time is passing by will make the rescue operation even more challenging and difficult.
Well, as we speak right now, of course, some of the rescue teams have just helped us get onto a vehicle where we'll be headed now towards the top, where I'm going to ask my video journalist to just show you. As we head now, we will be, of course, heading towards Mundakai area. This is where many of the people still remain trapped, and as the vehicle proceeds further, they will be trying to rescue personnel who are trapped. But like we've been mentioning, the army has been talking to us and been talking about how difficult the operation on top is manually. As we speak, they're loading in more essentials into the vehicle that we are in. Once this is loaded, we will be carrying this to help the people on top, that is the people who are trapped, and apart from that, the people who are also indulging in rescue operations. As we move through this stretch, we'll also be able to bring our viewers some visuals of the landslide and the devastation. There you see quite extensive. Now we are getting these pictures which show you how extensive it is, and more importantly, some of the officials who have been speaking to us say some of the bodies were washed away at least about 10 to 20 kilometers even from where originally their house was found. And while of course we look at these pictures, now we are also told that the brigadier in fact is just getting onto the vehicle where we are. He will also be along with us as we move across this stretch, and we will of course now head straight to the top, where the team will try and carry out some rescue efforts. Because people are trapped there. Manual excavation is quite challenging, but that's the only option until heavy equipment really comes in. Sir, at this point, where will you be heading? If you could give us a little bit of a lowdown.
We are going towards the incident site,
okay.
At Chural, close to the incident site.
Okay. How many people are believed to be trapped there, sir?
See, it's difficult to give a count.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how many were there before.
Okay.
So only once we go there, we'll know how many people are trapped.
The concern, of course, is the brigadier was just telling us that you need heavy equipment to clear out some of the
because the debris consists of a lot of huge rocks which can't be moved by hand.
Yeah.
And to dig in down and check if there are people there, it's to the task.
What's the condition of the people that you're finding on top? Do they have enough supplies? Are they trapped? Are there people who just need rescue? Are there people injured? If you could take us through some of those details.
See, there's no dearth of supplies. Injured people have already been evacuated.
Okay.
And there are some survivors who are there. They have been evacuated slowly. And we are searching for others.
There was also the chopper that was pressed into action yesterday. Today, are you going to look at that as an option as well?
Yes, we are.
Okay, well, that's the word from here that they could also possibly use a chopper. That's of course subject to the weather conditions. And yes, for this evening is when they.
Right, Deepak, thank you for getting us those live reactions. Stay safe out there. We're just taking a very short break. With that, news and updates will continue.